Alright, what have I got for you regarding the COVID-19 pandemic? Today, Tuesday, 8 November 2022, I've been driving my car less during the pandemic, and my battery is now dead, so it needs to be replaced, in part because I wasn't driving it as much, which I need to do to keep a healthy battery. So my update for today is I've talked to my dad about getting a new battery because I have not done that before. I have not gotten a new battery for my car. So getting a new battery would be the first time I've done that. And it'd be the first new battery for my car. It's a 2010 Toyota Corolla. And it's possibly the first battery for the car and at least the first battery since I've had it. Or would be the first battery since I got the car, and it was about 2015. So, I think it's pretty good for a battery lifetime, and my dad has hinted at that, or maybe he said that, but I can't recall explicitly, or vividly, or whatever. So, and it sounds like there's a place in Edmonds, which is like a couple miles that way, different county, Snohomish County, and we are thinking of potentially just going and getting a battery. I am making more money with cleaning house every other week, so depending on the cost, like we're figuring out payment, so have to get it, one, which it includes paying for it, and then two, install it, which I don't know how to do, so my dad would have to help and or do it, and I would like to at least watch, at least partially, depending on how long it takes. So because it's a new thing for me. There was a car I drove before the car I have now, that my parents kind of bought from a friend. It was my friend's grandma's car, and then the grandma died, and so my parents got it, and so they let me drive that one, but it wasn't my car. This car is my car. Licensed, registration to me, that kind of thing. So it's first time for my car, and I don't think I had that battery problem with the car I drove before this one. So that's where I am at on that. And then once it's replaced, potentially doing some field work, which I mentioned yesterday. And then do I have any other updates? Yes, so I have the Tanis diet playlist on this channel, which is kind of about the diet I came up with. And then there was the Tanis diet with PMS modifications. And so I'm on day 2 of my period, day 2 of menstruating, this menstruation cycle, which mine is like on average a 31-day cycle. So it's not actually perfectly in line with months. No cycle is technically, because the length of months is, depending on the year, 28 days, 29 days, 30 or 31 days, depending on if it's a leap year or not. So mine is, it's not long. I think actually for the women I've known in my life, 31 days is not necessarily a long cycle, but it's my cycle. So I'm on day 2, so I've been doing, if people have noticed, like my cheekbones are a little more pronounced in my videos and that kind of stuff, as I've been doing these daily updates. I've been doing the Tanis diet with PMS modifications because I've been PMSing and on my period, and it's great. I'm finding, I didn't do it this way last year, but it's a not so harsh form of dieting in the holidays. Like I can still have a candy bar each day if I want, like, kind of thing, or half a candy bar, my Halloween candy, and it's still, I'm not breaking my diet. So yeah, and then I guess for those who are interested in that kind of thing, my first blood, or the first time I got my period, I was, if I'm recalling correctly, like 12 years old, which was on the earlier end. I'd say like the average for women I knew was like 13 years old. And so that's kind of the established medical and biological anatomical definition for a woman or a girl going through starting puberty, is the starting of menstruation, which comes in preteen to teenage years. Some people get their first period like really late, like 16, 17 years old. I was not. I was on the earlier end. Average and median was about like 13 to 14. So I was 12, if I'm recalling correctly. So I was before most. So that was interesting. That's something that some people find interesting. The type of women or girl who grows up and then has only sons, they tend to forget that kind of stuff and be like, they always bled. It's just something that women are born with. No. It develops after a certain amount of time. A woman has to be physically developed enough to be able to menstruate. So not all girls or women menstruate. If they die young, they might not ever reach that point of menstruating. But there tends to be if a woman has only had sons, there's facts about being a woman that they tend to forget about the chronology and timing of things. So there's my input on that one. But yeah, that's my update is new car battery is in the works. Happy Tuesday of filming and happy day of watching. Whatever day it may be.